Hello, welcome to the live stream tonight. I'm going to be talking all about Xactimate's user certification program and what it takes to get certified and all kinds of fun stuff. So if you've ever wondered what it takes to get certified in Xactimate and what that looks like, I'm going to be going over the level 1 prep doc that I have here. And also I'll be giving you that prep doc as we go along as I get through this training this evening. We're going to share this with you. So lots of fun stuff we're going to do. And, the certification prep docs are a great representation of what it takes to actually get through a certification exam. So if you're interested in getting certified, it's actually something that you do not have to go take a class for. So, we offer certification classes all the time because people need help getting through a test, but it's something you can self-study for, and it is doable to get the certification, on your own and self-study and go into the exam. And I could talk more about that as we get into this here. The other thing I want to mention is, 98% of adjusters aren't certified to use Xactimate. So if you're an adjuster out there and you don't have your certification, get on it. It's a great resume enhancer. But on the flip side, if you're a contractor using Xactimate and you're not certified, it's just a little bit harder to get your estimate moved up the food chain inside the insurance company. There's some other things. It looks great with the homeowner because I said 98% of adjusters aren't certified, and even smaller percentage of contractors are certified. So if you get certified, no matter what capacity you're working in, it is beneficial on both sides of the fence. So we're going to talk all about what it takes to get certified and what that looks like. First of all, though, I want to pull up Xactware's site, and I'm going to show you. This isn't a certification that's coming from me, you guys. It's coming from Xactware. So let me share my screen real quick. I got the two screens going. I got to get organized here. Yes, share. And so what it looks like is on their website, as you can see here, they have a map. So I'm actually on Xactware.com. I clicked on training and then user certification. And this is where you can go to the certification directory and you can search and see who's certified. What I like to do, though, is pull down the certification menu over here and just keep tabs. I'm like, who's X1 level 1 certified? I can search and I can see, I changed it to 100 here. I can see that right now in the US and Canada, only around 1,500 people are certified. That's out of all the users of Xactimate. For X1 version, that's how many people are certified. That's how rare it is that, and this is adjusters and contractors. You'll notice, you'll see on the list, there's a law office. That might be a PA and, property damage appraisers. We've got appraisers in here, all kinds of fun people. And you can also search for like level 3 here. If you search for that amount of people that are certified, only 175 are the X1 level 3. So the reason to get certified is pretty obvious. You're putting yourself up in the cream of the crop of Xactimate users. Also, like I said, if you just joined me, 98% of adjusters aren't certified to use it. So if you're a contractor using it, it shows that you know what you're doing, and it allows you to say, hey, Tom, Mr. Tom Adjuster, you're not certified to use Xactimate. You're denying these line items. I'm certified by Xactware. I need to speak with someone inside your company that's certified so I have an even playing field here, because right now you don't have the same knowledge base that I do. So that's one of the things that we teach over here at Xactimate Mastery, that we want everybody to get certified in the software because it does a lot of things on both sides of the fence. Also, like I said, it looks great with the homeowner. If you're, that just ups your sell with them. Hey, here at ABC Contractors, we only use people who are certified in this software. You'll find Mr. Homeowner, not even the adjuster certified. So we are on top of it in the industry. We're the best and the brightest. Pretty cool stuff that you can see. And it's not hard to get certified, okay? So we're going to go over what it takes. Again, if you're just joining me, you do not have to take a class to do this. Yes, I offer certification classes, but it's for those that just have test anxiety or just need that extra push to just get it done. We offer certification classes, but you can self-study and do this at any time. In fact, I'm going to be sharing these prep docs with you this evening. If you want to type in or text. I keep on forgetting. We're doing the text in now. You want to text in prep to my text bot if you would like it, or if you're watching tonight, or if you're watching the replay, text into that number, and we will send you these prep docs that we're talking about and how to get certified. And you just need to go through them and study them, and then go in and take the exam. So let me stop that for a bit. Let's go into what it takes in these documents. Also, there's a version for X1 and there's a version for 28. So be aware of that when you're looking at these prep docs. So the X1 version is going to be a separate exam than the 28 version. And I don't know if you caught that when I was looking at the Xactware website, but there's a version for 28 X1, two separate versions. Take the exam for the one that you currently have, for the version that you currently have. Don't order the X1 exam if you're in 28. You will probably fail it because they have you set up parameters that are only available in X1, and vice versa. I don't think it's going to be a problem with you getting 28, even though certified, even though that they say they're phasing it out. Your certification is still viable, and there's no reason why you can't just say you're level 1 certified. I don't think the version number is going to matter. Also, your certification is good for 2 years. So actually, I used to be level 3 certified. I need to go back in and take my test. I'm going actually next week. I'm going to go and take my test again for level 3. So every 2 years, you do have to re-up. And then I just recommend re-upping the next, the version that you're using. Probably in 2 years, you'll be using X1 most likely. So just pay attention to which prep manual you're going to walk yourself through. And the process is pretty simple. The only thing that I would say is the hardest part about this is paying attention to the details. When I first took the level 1 test, probably 6 or 7 years ago, I failed the practical because I did not pay attention to the details. Now, the knowledge portion of the exam was able to bring me back where I had a barely passing score. Okay, so you can actually pass it even if you bomb the sketch portion or the practical like I did. But pay attention to things like you'll see here on my screen that all of these defaults need to be set up perfectly for the exam. Now, this is just the prep doc, but it's a great representation of what the actual exam looks like. So it wants you to set all of these defaults. That being said, after the defaults are set, like it says here, walls are 4 inches thick, ceilings are 8 foot, standard doors are this size, all that fun stuff. Pay attention to this one, deduct opening properties. They need to be set to yes, so they're automatically being deducted. But when you go down and you look at the actual sketch itself, this is the sketch for X1. And by the way, guys, this is harder than the actual exam. So if you can sketch the prep doc, you're good to go on the exam. But when you're looking at the overview of the sketch, they do have a breakdown. So be sure to not just look at the overview and then go and answer the questions. You want to go into the breakdown of each room. And the reason I say that is they give you the defaults, but now they're going to break the rules and they're going to give you other parameters. So they'll give you that there's a sliding door that's set to deduct yes. There's a double door in the pantry. There's missing walls with a flat arch. You can't tell that from the overview. You can't tell that from this 1D version of the sketch or this blueprint view. You have to look into the details, and that's where I missed it because I was just like, I know what I'm doing. I'm just going to go through this. No, I go through this with a fine-tooth comb now and make sure every single thing, I actually check everything off as I go through because, man, if you miss these details, you're going to miss out on a lot of square footage being removed there with the flat arch. So when I apply the paint, now my square foot totals are all off, and I'm going to get that question wrong. How much paint is in the kitchen? So just be aware. They've got all of your stair properties that you need to set up. That's my biggest thing of that. If I can impart just that to you, pay attention to the details as much as you can, and don't think like a contractor. Or if you're an adjuster, don't even think like an adjuster. Meaning they'll have you add seal and paint to like the living room, kitchen, dining, but in the bedroom, maybe it's just seal, which makes no sense, right? Logically, you're like, but why wouldn't I paint that? Doesn't matter. They're testing your knowledge and how well you can follow directions. And it's almost like with level 3, it's almost like trick questions at the end of the day, how much they change stuff like that on you. You can't take anything for granted. So read through each of the line items. And I see your question there, Angel. Sorry if you if I missed you, but how do you or where do you put in the line item when it says 3 for 4 days? So you'll see that I'm not sure if it's on. Yeah, right here. Equipment setup, takedown and monitoring, hourly charge, calculation 2. You put in a calculate of 2, right? But they have one in here that, let's say if you had an air mover per 24-hour period, you had 4 air movers in the room for 3 days, that's 4 times 3. So now you have 12. Okay, so that's how you would work through those calculations. On the level 2 test, I think they go into something like that. Level 1, not so much, but yeah, keep an eye out for that. But it just in real life, right? If we're setting up 4 air movers for 3 days, it's a per day per air mover charge. So great question. And it does come up on one of these exams for sure. So pay attention to the details. You do have a floor plan and then you'll have a roof plan to sketch. Usually they're 2 separate projects they have you set up and they have different defaults for each of the projects. So pay attention to that. They'll tell you to set up a separate sketch on one of these. And the exam is pretty much just like you're seeing here on my screen. This is very typical of this type of roof that you'll see. And then there's the scope for the roof. Pretty cut and dry, pretty simple. Okay. And then when you're ready and you've gone through this prep doc, now they're going to ask you all these questions. What's the square footage of the floor in the kitchen, the floor in the hall, yada, yada, yada. There's 30 of those questions on the exam. Then there's 30 knowledge questions. So 30 practical questions on the sketch that they have you sketch. Then there's 30 knowledge questions. And these are all multiple choice, which is amazing. And they're open book in a sense that you can go and look in Xactimate and see the question and then go see, oh, is that possible? Where do I change the tax jurisdiction? Yeah, where is that? Well, you can go into Xactimate, open up an estimate and say, where is that tax jurisdiction? Just go through and search for it and go, oh, there we go. Tax jurisdiction is in parameters. So you can have your program open and go through the prep doc, go through the exam. And that's how I was able to pull up my score when I failed the practical, was by answering all of these questions correctly, because I knew where to go to get all of the multiple choice fixed out. And I was able to pass after that. So they'll give you, don't want to make you dizzy, but they'll give you all of the answers and each of these categories at the end of the prep doc. You have all of the answer key here for you to double check your work. And then of course the answer key for the knowledge portion. So that's how it works. You just take the exam, take the prep doc, sketch it, add the floor plan, add the line items to the floor plans and the roof, and then go and fill out all of the questions, double check yourself with the key, and just study that document. Maybe you have to do it twice or 3 times before you're comfortable, but that will set you up for the exam. And then when you're ready to go into the exam, by the way, if you want the documents I've been showing, text prep to that number. You can't comment down below, unfortunately, anymore. That bot doesn't work. You do have to text into this number in order to get these prep documents for you. And what you're going to see when you go to Xactware's site and order the exam, it's only $100. I have a $15 discount code if you want to email me at alina@xactimatemastery.com. And you just go through the exam. And guess what? If you fail it, pay another $100 with but then I have a $15 discount code. Just go pay it again and try again. It's not world ending if you fail the first time, like I almost did. So it's just an extra cost to you to get that, go through it again. But it's amazing to have that certification. Like I said, if you're just joining me, 98% of adjusters don't have that certification. So if contractors get it, it helps move your estimate up in the food chain. You need to speak with someone who's certified. And that really has worked for a lot of our members of our training that I have gone through this and gotten their certification, have reported back. It really does work. And then they give you a certification number that you can put in several places. So like on your business card, in your company header, it should go in your email signature. The certification number should kind of be everywhere to let everyone know, hey, homeowner, I'm certified. Hey, Mr. Adjuster, I'm certified. You get the idea. So definitely want everybody that I can possibly help get certified, get it done. So if I don't get all my measurements right, I'm reading your question here, Angel. If you don't get over your measurements right on your sketches, you can still pass. So you want to be within 1 inch on your sketches. If you absolutely bomb the practical, it depends on how bad you bombed it. I think I got a 55 out of 100. So if you go to like into the 30s, your practical will not pull you up. There is a point of no return. You have to get a 70% as the average of the score. So I think I got a 55 on the practical, and then I think I got a 98 on the knowledge. And so that the average of those two scores, I have to be above 70. It worked out for me, barely, but it worked out. I think that was right. Anyways, so be careful. Don't just be, if I bomb it out. No, I don't mean to be so nonchalant about that, but just, be careful. Take the care to just double check all of your measurements. You have to be within 1 inch on your sketch, and then just look at all the details. Take the time to do it. When you order the exam from Xactware, you have 1 year to create the floor plan and the roof plan, which is pretty crazy. And then if you go, after you've created that and added all of your line items, you have 3 hours to answer 30 practical about your sketch, and then 30 knowledge about the multiple choice that I just went over. So you have 3 hours to answer those questions during that time. And so just set yourself up for success. Yep. Yeah, you can still definitely pass, but you gotta be careful, and just make sure you're within 1 inch of the sketch. Anyhow, if you're interested, text prep down below. We'll send you those prep documents. And then I don't think the discount code for the $15 off the exam comes in that. I think you'll need to email me at alina@xactimatemastery.com, and I'll put that in the chat here. There we go. And thanks everybody for being with me. Hope you guys go and get certified. Would love to hear from you. Email me when you do get certified. And yeah, don't comment down below, Steve. Don't comment down below. Text to that number. My bot no longer will respond to you when you comment. You have to text to the number that's scrolling on the screen, or else you're not going to get the document. So be careful for that. If you're interested, you'll want to text that number. Yeah, you're not going to get it, Steve, unless you text that number. Okay, guys, thanks for being here, and I will see you next week with another topic. Hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see you next Tuesday.